Hello, I'm Josh Powell, and thank you for watching Community Matters. We hope you'll continue to watch as we discuss issues facing our community and provide you with the resources and information needed to find solutions. Hello, I'm Josh Powell, filling in for our host, Bill LeMay. Today, we're highlighting adaptive CrossFit, a growing sports community providing competitive opportunities to athletes of all ability levels. Joining us is Blaze Foster, a Paralympic athlete and adaptive CrossFit competitor. And Blaze, welcome to the program.
Hey, thank you for having me, Josh.
Take us all the way back to when you first started playing sports.
Okay, well, first I was born and raised in a town about 20 miles east of Pittsburgh called Monroeville. And little did I know at the time, playing backyard sports with friends that became future Division I athletes, we were just very competitive at whatever we did, from playing tag to playing basketball to playing hide and seek to playing backyard football. And believe it or not, I would be playing backyard football with them, tackle or tag. And that kind of built my confidence and definitely gave me a drive to always at least want to compete with my peers. And as they were growing taller, I knew I wasn't going to be growing as tall as them, so I tried to subsidize it with being stronger than them. So with doing like a lot of, push-ups, sit-ups, things that they weren't doing at the time, but I was doing. So, up until about I was 12 years old, I was like that guy in backyard sports. Mm-hmm. So until 7th, 8th grade, like a lot of my friends hit their growth spurt, and then I had to lay low on the tackle football. But kept playing, backyard sports with them. And in junior high, I joined the wrestling team, having the discipline to go to practice every day, to go to wrestling matches, to be able to compete around, with the audience and the crowd. So that was cool. And especially with having an older brother that swam at a competitive level, it was nice to get my mom to come to athletic events again, after my brother graduated high school. So next thing I know, I'm doing 185 on the bar, and my friends are like, whoa, wait, a lot more, you're doing more than me.
I understand you competed for Team USA. How did that come about?
So back in August of 2017, I did an able-bodied competition, which one of the judges, his name was Paul Ackerman. He was one of the head judges at the competition. I did fairly well. I placed second, and he pulled me aside. He was like, "Hey, I'm part of the Paralympic committee. You should think about, competing in para-powerlifting." Got officially put on the team in June of 2018.
What was that whole Olympian experience like?
Oh, it's great to be in a room where everyone's the best. You're around the best in the country. It's always an honor to represent your country.
And then, so how did adaptive CrossFit come about? Did you know about it beforehand? How were you introduced to it?
No, I had no idea adaptive CrossFit existed. So I really didn't know much about, I heard about CrossFit, but I didn't tap into CrossFit until I moved to North Carolina. And I only been here since 2021. I got introduced to John Prescott, who's the owner of Neuse CrossFit. And he was like, "Hey, we have adaptive athletes already here. So you coming in here is not going to be breaking news. You'll just be one of them." And it's like a big family. This would be my third year doing it. And we have a competition called the Wellborn Games, which, hundreds of athletes come to compete in different classifications. I mean, from, amputees, from short stature to narrow to blind athletes. It's very diverse, and it's very also humbling, because if I ever want to complain about my disability, just take a look around and you get really humbled with what other athletes are overcoming.
And do you have any big goals for it?
Yes, absolutely. I definitely want to be the world's fittest short stature athlete on earth. So that would be a cool title to add to my resume.
That's great. And if anybody's looking to get into adaptive CrossFit or to look into it in any way, Would you recommend your gym or other resources for people?
Definitely, especially if you're local in the area. Definitely check out Neuse River CrossFit. Check out their website, or if you have Instagram, I would strongly recommend following WWOD, which WOD stands for Workout of the Day. And you can also follow me on Instagram because I'll be posting my training and my journey up to the games. And my Instagram is blazelifts_32. So that would be, if you want to get started, I would say those three things.
That's great. Well, hey, thank you for being here and thank you for telling us about your journey. Appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. Appreciate your time.
Now, let's go ahead and take a look inside Neuse River CrossFit with Blaze Foster.
Right now, I'm here at Neuse River CrossFit, my home away from home, and this is where I do all of my CrossFit and Paralympic workouts. Fitness was always a part of my life, so I was looking for a gym that I could join. A family friend actually used to be a member here and told me about this gym. And at the time, I was living way out in Wake Forest, so it was a good drive here. But I would come here on the weekends, and I was like, oh, this is a pretty cool spot. And so in March of 2021, I became a member, and then I moved to Raleigh in May. That year, I've been a member ever since. With my situation, corporate gyms, I would typically get stared at. Some people would even record me and take my picture. When I came here, it was none of that. I was welcomed with open arms, and honestly, it felt like a breath of fresh air because once I realized that people accepted me for who I am and showed support in my goals and my fitness journey, I felt really at home here, and I just was hooked ever since. Regular barbell, 45-pound barbell, regular weights, but the big difference is the bench. The reason it's wider at the bottom is to provide more stability for someone like me or someone that's an amputee. And you're also able to be strapped down, so that just provides more stability for us. Because someone like me or an amputee, obviously their feet can't touch the ground. We aren't able to have that balance as an able-bodied person would have. I do the workouts that's on the board for everyone. Obviously, 99% of the class is able-bodied, and most of them are very fit. But what separates Neuse River is they're able to scale it, so I'm able to be compatible with the workout. So I'm not like either finishing dead last or finishing like way ahead of everyone. Because there's some exercises that actually go to my advantage. Like for example, push-ups. If there's push-ups on there, I usually add some more. Versus, if there's deadlifts, I do less than the average body. So it's just the way John and the coaching staff is able to scale things for all the athletes here and all the people that come in this gym is very awesome. And that's what I really like about it. This right here is the ski ERG, which someone like me couldn't use unless I just grab the rope right here, just push it up until it comes down. But because this is an adaptive gym, they all start lower, so some people like me can use them. I'm about 1 out of 6 adaptive athletes that consistently come here. I'm the only one, with skeletal dysplasia, but it's nice to be reminded that you're not alone in the adaptive fitness journey. So it's nice, Kippy, Victor, Sean, it's nice when I see them working out here. A lot of people ask me why is fitness a big part of my life? And I honestly tell them, I feel even if I wasn't a Paralympic athlete or trying to make it to the adaptive CrossFit games, I would still be working out consistently because fitness gives me such a clear state of mind. With my life, I was dealt with a lot of things that were outside of my control. And with fitness, it's that one thing that's within my control, and that's something that I can translate and I could propel myself to becoming a better person, not just in the gym, but outside the gym. So it's something that it's not just a season, it's a life sentence for me. I always want to be a part of the fitness community, and it's the community where I feel the most welcome.
You guys stick around because we'll be back with one of the sport's most well-known athletes.